The standard efficiency rates what we get applying the Lean Six Sigma in the agent productivity has been about 15 to 20%. Cycle time improvements have been about 25 to 40%, and with the error rate reductions has been almost 60%.
The Lean Six Sigma side identifies the process, right? Validates the process. And then you look at AI and automation technologies, either off the shelf or custom built, and overlay that on the process for bringing in even more efficiencies from a quality and product.
Jacob, as a CEO, how do you see LSS contributing towards the profitability?
I think, Joel, what you previously explained in terms of how Lean Six Sigma as a methodology is able to identify process gaps, that directly, to me, correlates to and profitability and the return on investment. Because today, there is enough data to show that 97% of AI initiatives, automation initiatives are not delivering profitability. But because there is a scientific methodology before investment in AI investments are very expensive.
Yes.
So what I'm hearing is Lean Six Sigma actually, before implementation, identifies opportunities, reimagines workflows. I mean, I think that is also a very interesting methodology. I feel that reimagining workflows, eliminating waste, directly correlates to profitability. Absolutely. So I think the approach, the paradigm for a CEO or a board to use Lean Six Sigma before AI investment to identify waste, to eliminate waste, to come up with process reimagination, I think is a definite correlation to dollar invested. So before we do AI investments, I have clarity that yes, when this investment happens, this is the kind of return on investment and profitability that as an organization, we will be able to experience. So it's such a tight correlation between Lean Six Sigma methodology to identify AI and automation opportunities that deliver profitability.
It is interesting that you spoke about some of those numbers, and I'd like to ask Santi, since you run a big operations, if you can just provide us with some numbers in the context of Lean Six Sigma. Sure, Joy. Like before getting into the numbers, I would like to talk about a real life example in the recent past, where a team for a large credit union based out of North America was struggling to achieve quality, and the quality percentage was at like 60%. And the lean approach there was to define the problem, measure where we are, analyze what is going in, like using the value stream map at the process level, the advanced version of the process mapping. Improve is where the brainstorming comes in for the process experts, and then control. And we applied that within 6 weeks. We were able to get the quality percentage from 62 to 98. And we were able to sustain that for about 12 to 18 weeks so far. And we are still tracking that just so that we don't set up things for that particular process, but we try to apply that as a process moving forward. With that being said, the standard efficiency rates what we get applying the Lean Six Sigma in the agent productivity has been about 15 to 20%. Cycle time improvements have been about 25 to 40%. And with the error rate reductions has been almost 60%. That's the industry norms. But we know that 20% improvement on a day-to-day basis also makes a huge difference when it comes to the day-to-day cost.
This is fascinating because before even going into AI and automation, am I hearing that just implementing Lean Six Sigma is delivering these kind of benefits to the company?
Yes, yep,
So it's actually a double benefit.
exactly.
So what I'm hearing is that Lean Six Sigma implementation actually takes the current process to the next level.
Yep.
Can you talk about identify AI and automation opportunities as well?
So when we talk about identifying AI opportunities, most of the companies in today's world talk about like adapting to AI before reviewing their existing processes. The first thing to review the existing processes to know whether or not am I doing the efficient process already. Now I look at the next step, which is automation. If I'm doing a redundant process, like Joel said a few minutes back, I'm taking every step of the process and making sure either it is a customer value add or a business value add. If not, it's a non-value add that has to be eliminated. And then when your process becomes very lean, you bring in process reengineering via automation, which then takes your process to the next level of efficiency, which is a combo of humans as well as automation.
That's fascinating. Can you give us an example of how you were able to identify an automation opportunity and how you were able to actually implement that?
So, for example, we have these service mailbox in any industry for that sake, be it the contact center, insurance agencies, like they cater to thousands of customers and they need a service mailbox, right? So, in the service mailbox, there are like few thousands of emails coming in every day in and out. Manually, one person cannot do any of that in a day. So you need a process flow to segregate that. And if you apply a process flow, then you are segregating that to multiple people. Again, accountability is a question. There's a dependency created on the person that has to be allocated and making sure like the automation, not the automation as such, the rules engine in the simplifying world works great, right? But in case of one of the customers in a similar incident, we built an automation which automatically responds to the processes or the emails which need not human intervention because it's an inquiry and you already have the information in the system. We fetch that, we pass it. And there are layers which needs an human intervention because they have to connect with multiple parties on the phone and then get back to the customer who has asked that query. So in this case, the automation could eliminate 60% of the workload on a day-to-day basis, which was just nothing but acknowledging the email and giving a one-liner response.
That is so that's so brilliant. So which means that the Lean Six Sigma side identifies the process,
Right.
validates the process, and then you look at AI and automation technologies, either off the shelf
Yep.
or custom built, and overlay that on the process for bringing in even more efficiencies, from a quality and productivity perspective. That is fascinating.
I can give you another example, a solid example. It happened during the discovery. We while doing the walkthroughs and observing the process, we saw that people were writing down the notes from different screens for them to get the information, analyze them, and then to move on to the next stage. But during our analysis, we thought introducing a middleware where it can fetch information from different screens and already present it to the reviewer would save a lot of time. Hence, that process became optimized by about 25%. And it in fact improves the employee's production level as well. So it's a win-win situation for both employer and the employee.
That's excellent.
Right. And Six Sigma is all about continuous improvement. It never stops. Yep. Keep improving.